I have with me Daniel and Nathaniel with me. How's it going, guys?
I am doing great. I am looking forward to this B1 matchup. Should be an exciting one with a few names that I've watched a lot of over the course of several seasons here in the American Ricci Mahjong League. All these players have been climbing quite rapidly. And I'm excited to see how this turns out.
Okay, so we do have an 8 Mondora, and amongst our players, we got one person on our right here who has Dora, but others can willingly accept it as well.
And that hand that contains the door on the right, David, looking really strong here. Even going ahead, cutting the 1-pin pair. And we know, I know that David really loves Tanya, so this makes a lot of sense to me. His plan is just to reach Tanya Pinfu with the Dora. Certainly, would be a solid start to the game. Mangan plus for him. Of course, Eric, our starting dealer, also has potential for Tanya, but would need to cut this 7-9 Mon Kanchan. And since that's containing Dora, probably won't move in that direction. Probably just aim for Ricci, waiting on that Con 8 Mon if necessary. Across the table, we have ID, who is playing fairly standard here, dropping all these honors out, just waiting for Taos to accept in the hand. Still has that Nagashi Mangan going strong, even though we don't have that in the league. And then finally, on our left, Ryan Ovar is moving the direction of Tanya as well, but no door in that hand.
Boom.
Yeah, I should mark this as my formal petition to allow Nagashi Mangan.
Some people really like it, but there's that Ricci. As expected, David the first to hit.
Yeah, two 5-pin. But a lot of 5-pins are wrapped up in, and it's 2-pins already been twice cut. So there's one left in the wall each.
Well, that's a little bit trouble now. There's, only one of each. And yeah, out it comes. The Peiko found for ID. 5-pin will deal it. Ricci, Pinhu, Tanya, Dora. No Uraban is a Mangan. And David has been doing excellently in this division and will start off strong with the Mangan. 38,000 going straight into his dealership. It's kind of been the play pattern for him. He really looks for that good opportunity, slams Ricci as often as he can. And if he doesn't have the hand, he'll just let someone else take charge. But I don't know. Looks like a good start here with an Anko of the 9th, so, and a couple pairs. Already Ishanten for David. Any other hand that looks like it could compete?
Eile's 2 Dora looks pretty interesting.
And yeah, that's a fighting hand for sure. Well, David improves, though, to Diamond shape. The upper Pinzu.
Oh, I just wish there was a couple more 9-pins so I can go, oh, look, it's Joko.
Well, unfortunately, those are being discarded. Could be Son Uncle instead. But David actually preemptively discards the 8-pin, perhaps hoping to set up a little Sotogawa trap for later in the round.
Ooh.
I think I'm a fan of cutting the Hatsu here. I'm feeling very ahead right now, but it will stay strong with this Diamond shape. And now the 6-9 weight looks really good.
I feel like I get prone to Sotogawa a whole lot. That's a thing I don't truly understand still. That perplexes me.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they drop that 8-pin early, and you're like, yeah, 9 should be safe. But they've been setting you up. ID, though, had Tempai, declined Tempai in favor of going for this Honitsu, maybe even Itsu on top of it with a Hatsu in hand. We'll see if it pans out with a maximum reward.
Or maybe it's just a 1 gap where it's like a 6 or to an 8 or 5 to a 7.
Right. Any of these pin tiles would be useful. Ryan will call into Tempai. It's not the most amazing of Tempais, just wins on the 4-pin.
Yeah, I've seen weirder things happen.
Well, can improve to 4-7 now. Actually chooses the 3-5 Shabo to avoid any potential 50-10. With the 1-pin thrice visible, I don't mind taking the 1-4-7 weight. but this is certainly the safer route. Oh, and now can... Oh, we're sad about the 4, so it would be Sanchoku. But yeah, we're 50-10 for that. You might even take the Diamond Weight anyway, despite the 50-10, because you can sumo the Dora, but decides not to go for it, and instead it'll be ID finding Tempai. There's that 4-pin! Ryan, a tragic
Heat.
backfire, and that's going to give Isla a chance to fight here. Has to discard Dora for it, but Ricci Pinfu Dora too. This is, like we said, a hand worth fighting for, and this great start from David just never found Tempai.
Oh, I don't think that 6 is gonna stay.
It's
Oi!
hard for Ryan to
Oh,
defend.
oh,
Tries the 4-pin. What do you have after the 4-pin? Maybe you try a tile near Dora because
it looks kind of scary either way.
really tough. And ID, not the easiest of decisions as well, but with 3 Han, feels like you're just gonna go for it. Everyone kind of
It
going
looks
for
like
it, except for David.
David's just gonna get out of the way of this one.
So how good is this 3-6 Mon? All the
Sumo.
threes held. Oh, the last 6!
Oh, Richie Sumo
Reached.
Pinfo Tudora Nora for a Mongon.
All right, Eric fighting back, and we're going to go into East 3.
East 3 with a 1 Mondora. Wow.
At Terminal Dora, a little bit more difficult to use, generally speaking. But players who don't find it so hard to use are those with Yakuhai. And so maybe Ryan can call the Hatsu, call that Green Dragon, and start to collect 1 Mondora.
I really like the hand across the way here. It can shape up real quick here. Can use
Yeah,
that Dora.
2 Mondra would just unlock the potential for that hand.
I just wish there was a few more outside tiles. Give that Junshan some love every once in a while.
Yeah,
But
but how about drawing another Anko? This could be even Sun Anko. Nothing too fancy happening on our left, just 4 pairs. Who knows? Maybe you consider that fancy, especially when there's a door in hand as well. So if you pair up that,
yeah,
as we see here,
the old tried and true Chi toy with 2 Dora. That always.
Richi, Tsumo, Chitoi Door 2. That's a Hane. Uda 2, Baimon. I mean, that's a fast way to make some value. I
I
wonder
mean,
if
the
David's
joke
going to
is
hold on to this 2-mon.
joke that Chi toy is a shortcut to Hanuman.
That's
Can
true. It's
be.
either Hanuman or No-Ten, and there's no in between.
But in some certain cases, it could be the shortcut to Baimon. I know how some people look at Chi toy in
Oh,
Harmel. Not
Chitoi
naming.
seems to be quite a polarizing Yaku. But when it hits, we love to see it. Unless it's our opponents, and then we hate to see it. But from the commentary booth, like, no one's our opponent, so we just love to see it every single time. Speaking of Chitoi, ID as dealer Ishanta now, or Chitoi, could be greeting for a little bit more than that.
Oh, it's gonna be the face off between 2 Chi toys here.
Or is it? ID has something else in mind. We'll get it
Oh,
closed.
oh my, yeah. Ishanted for the bigger one.
Oh! What do you do
Oh,
here? Do you just go for Chitoi and cut 6 so 9's Mon, or do you pick your best pair? ID's going for it
well.
all.
Oh, oh my. Oh my Lanta.
Decides that I do quite, if you're going for it, I like keeping this east. If
I
we
mean,
call it for Toy Toy,
especially if
it's
the
double
9
fun.
months your indicator, that's just nobody's gonna make use of those 9 mon unless you're
David. Tough choice here for David. Not Toy Toy. He's going to play for the maximum acceptance. There it is! Swanko
Oh,
slams the Ricci.
there's still one left in the wall for both of those pairs. We're gonna
One eight
see.
so. Oh, no con from David. Doesn't want to attempt fate here. The 4-mon can't come out either, so David's just in full territory.
Gee.
Unless he dares. He dares fight. He challenges at least to a con.
Oh my goodness. Doesn't get there.
3-pin 1-mon. 1-mon held. Only 1 3-pin the wall. David's way's not very good. Eric might have a tough job to defend. 9-pin, 9-pin, 9-pin. He's safe.
Edge of our seats here.
Still 2 tiles. 8 so. East Wind. Both live.
1 copy.
And a 3-pin. 7 so's not going to do it.
Just misses.
Oh, goodness. There's almost no draws left. Remember, the con took one out of the wall as well. There's the 8 so.
Oh.
And he jams it out there. And Heidi's going to take that win. Richie, Son Uncle Toy Toy. And we got to flip some Udon misses on all fronts. 12,000, but had a chance at Little Uncle there. What a wild hand from Heidi, and a huge swing now into 2nd place.
Oh, man. Oof.
David fortunate to have found the Asume there. The 8 so was the cheapest side of things. If it was Sumo or if it was the East, he would have been paying out a lot more.
I thought we were going to have a Kokushi. I thought we were going to have more Yakuman chances across the way there, but that north cut means Kokushi is not going to happen this time round.
We can't have too much excitement at the start of this game. We gotta give a little bit of space, a little time for our heart rate to settle a bit before we get our next wild Yakuman attempt.
Oh man, imagine you just draw your green there as well. Ugh.
I could see the Yakuman portion
another,
of the brain buzzing.
Pair?
That's okay. We could find West Yakuhai and preserve our lead moving forward. See, the door is the 6-mon, and I'm seeing 3 on the right. So Ryan, this could be his big chance.
Oh yes. He just kind of hoed in on the Yakuman chance. I'm just like, what's door again? Oh yeah, it's 6-mon.
David on the left, shot 10 for Richie Pinfu. Does have overlapping tile acceptance in the Sozu. 3 so, 6 so, and 6 so, 9 so. A lot of those 9 so are actually being held, oddly enough.
Imagine you just drill the 6 so into a Sanbaiman.
That would be ideal. Now, David's going to hold this 5-mon because, for one, he doesn't like the overlapping shape. And also, if he draws a Dora, he'd happily swap out one of those Diamond for another. But
that's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, Heidi's going to get there first. Richie Pinfu with the Peiko chance on the 2-mon. The 5-mon will also win. And that's the danger, of course, of holding that Dora indicator. If you don't draw around it, someone else gets there first. You're kind of incentivized to just fold out, and that's exactly what David will do. At least we'll think about a move in that direction with the 9-pin start.
Yeah, it's just.
I was gonna say with some more information, you might think about pushing, but just not.
There's the last Dora, so there's that 5's gonna be hanging on for a 4 now.
And this is where I look to Ryan to see if he can somehow fight into this. I know he typically plays pretty defensively, doesn't like to deal in, but with 3 Dora, you do have a little bit of incentive to fight. So we'll see if it tempts him to try shoving if he draws some good tiles. The 6 so and 9 so both look relatively safe. I do worry a little bit about that 9 so because the tile before the Richie was a 7 so. If you ended up on a Shabo, it could be 9 so and something else. Ryan does find Ishan 10, jams out the Suji 1-mon, so with 4 draws left on his next pickup, he could slam a Richie.
Ooh,
Just holds the
you
dam
take.
up, but takes the tempai. It'll have a high sumo chance.
Oh
Two
boy,
fours in the wall.
does not find it.
Two of those tiles just dead walled for Ryan, and I also couldn't find the win, so Yu Kyoku is 1500. Go to
And
each of
we
the
go
tempo
again
pairs.
with the 3-mon. And we have one across the way and one on our right. And one on our left as well. So that's 3 of them accounted for.
Even
But
spread.
let's see what else we got going on with these hands.
Unfortunately for dealer, not much. Kind of awkward Diamond, well, I should say lack of Diamond shapes. We've got
Rick
3
calling our
4.
left here for the Haku.
Well, that's a big pickup, though. That gives the 9 so Anko to ID, who can now feel a little bit more comfortable. You don't want to be reaching on a Tsuji Shabo. See, on the right, we'll just be building in a standard fashion, hoping to use that Dora. Across the way, that looks like a move towards Honitsu. With 2 Dora now. Pairs does that have? 4?
We got Hatsu. We got 5, 3, and 2. Yeah.
Consider a Menhon Chitoi.
Honitsu Chitoi. Oh man, sign me up for that.
So we've got David already temping the left for Huck Door 1, but I was going to say, ID's in trouble. That 4-mon not really fitting in very well, but Ryan slams a reaching. Now it's harder to toss this 4 out. And what will...
And it's going to be on the indicator. The 2-mon.
David says, this is too risky to jam out. So we'll play Genbutsu 4-pin first. Now Kasuchi 4 so.
Oh, we got our dealer also has hidden con. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Well, if they draw the last... Oh, there is no more door in the wall. So, okay, pair up the 4. You could fight for this.
Well, you throw the 4 or the 3 first.
6
the
so.
6.
It doesn't matter. There's a last 2-mon. That's bound.
Oh. And a Ura to boot.
That's a pretty big Uda there. That will push Ryan all the way to first. And this is the game of that Ryan likes to play. Patience and pick your spot, get a big win. All of a sudden you're in first. I just fold it out. Play the hands, fold it out the first several, dodged any trouble, and then got a big sumo. Here he is in first place with the dealership.
Maybe I can learn a few things.
Yeah, Eric
He
as
says,
well is another player that takes that approach. So this is two good people to watch if you want to see how the defensive playstyle works out. But now we have Ryan in the dealer seat, Chun pair, callable, so definitely has a chance. No Dora though, no super value. On the right, maybe Ipeko in the upper Pinzu. There's 1 Dora in hand. What do you think about the hand across?
it's interesting. A few Rian men and also the Honitsu chance, but I think the speed is going to win out here. So I think this is going to go Pinfu, maybe Tanyao if you get the right tiles.
Another pair. So David's playing this as if he's aiming for Pinhu, Chitoi, and Tanya all at the same time. But notably holding this east as a safe tile instead of hoping for one of the last two pins to come into hand.
Well, you got to hedge everything, and he is hedging Tanyao Chitoi. That's what he's gonna hedge with
Very
2
curious
Dora.
to see if he gets the opportunity to call anything, if he chooses to do so. And now another tough choice.
Oh, Do we have more in store?
Yeah, that's
Who's
the
gonna?
Tanyao neurons activating right there. Could also play the Tumon and keep yourself close to Chitoy, but David's made up his mind.
We're just gonna make this a normal hand.
Should,
Sigh.
should be noted, ID also Ishanten on the left. Looking for Sanzo, and maybe a couple Sanzo.
Yeah. This can also hedge that also towards Tanyao. So it would be Tanyao, Richie, Tanyao, Ipeko.
Beach.
And there are some calls to Tempai, but we're going to see Arichi first from Eric. Choosing the weight could have 369 pin, and does indeed accept that. David says, this 8-so is safe enough for me to jam out instead of conning. Smon Genbutsu as well. Tough.
Oof. That is a tile for our dealer to pick up there.
But Ryan's basically calls off. He wants out of this hand. David, though, will call into Tempai.
That's
Sumo.
another decision. Oh. Decides against it. And Sumo. For Richie Sumo Pinfuru. Dora no Ura.
I mean, the 1326 will be the payment, so
For
not the full manga, but still pretty good. Happy about that, I'm sure.
5,200 totals. Not bad. Not bad.
Absolutely. 39's okay. 52, 58, those are awesome.
And we're moving on to South 1 here with another one Mondora. Again, it was Dragons the other night, and now it's Terminal Tiles.
Yeah, that's right. The last time you were on the commentary, we had Dragon Knight. One Mondora again this time. One across the way, one dealer's hand.
Should we make a running total of how many times one Mon comes up?
Mark it off, tally them up.
Okay, that's twice now.
I'm not seeing any hand that I'm particularly... Well, okay, hang on a second. That's two Dora. Now I'm starting to feel particularly happy if I'm in dealer seat. But we're going to have to do a lot of the work ourselves, right? Drawing the tiles. No real calling options just yet.
I mean, I'll always take the 50% boost on my Doras. You know?
Yeah, sure. Ooh.
Oh.
This is awkward. I imagine we're C5, so... Oh, just cuts the door immediately. Says maximum.
Yeah.
Ukeda.
I like this. I like this.
Yeah, we kind of backfired a little bit for that for Mon cut, but it's okay. We're still happy to take a Ricci Dora 1 as dealer, especially if we can find
Okay, so
Kingsho
we're
as
gonna
well.
incorporate the 6 as well in here. Can't hate this play.
No. Now, if we draw a Tempai with a 369, we can choose between the 4-pin and the 6-pin. I personally would choose to wait on the 6-pin here. How about you?
I think rating on the 4-pin's a little bit more tricky. A little bit more deception, and then you get that nice little Suji trap in there as well.
Yeah, I'm treating the 8 pins as almost a full Kabe. Could set up a Suji. Ryan actually took the immediate Ricci here on the 5-mon. Unfortunately, the next draw was the upgrade tile, but that's okay. Still, Tempai is Tempai, although the weight is being consumed by ID's hand.
Ricci.
And we have another Ichi here. 2 5-mon.
It's the same weight, but better.
So if Irie gets any sort of pressure the wrong way, and it could be expensive to pay out.
The 8-mon side of the 258 Suji has come out, but not the lower side, not the 2-5. We'll see. So far, so good in terms of safe tiles for ID, but could run out, and then decision will have to be made. So far, 6 pins Genbutsu, 3 pins Suji, so still kind of okay on that front. And now all the winning tiles, except for the final 5-mon, have been drawn.
I think this is going to get avoided. Yeah. Oh, do you call this? Oh, and there's the last one.
Both players drawing dead. It's got to be a run now. Actually, ID could find Tempai here. Oh no, that's Tempai.
Oh.
You could jam 6 or 2-mon and just dodges. A good call, I think. The 6-so was not really a tile you want to drop, and it will be revealed that 4 of the winning tiles were in hand for ID, so nice dodge there.
Doesn't have to reveal it because of no 10. So that's a one players might want to look back in the future here. Or just watch the VOD back. But here we go. On to South 2 with a pay, Dora. We have a quick call across the way. We have a couple in hand by a couple of our players, but still 2 more in the wall to be found. But look at this dealer hand, though.
Chance that he Peiko. Chance towards Pinku, you start to feel some Kanchan shapes. And now I'm in the possibility of 3, 4, 5. So the Hatsu call on the left. Eric can collect these Ricci sticks with the Honba, with a relatively cheap hand. Ryan's trying to do something a little bit more expensive across the way.
Yeah, he's going to add to that by picking up a triplet of the Haku. Going to try and finish that Honitsu shape out.
Yeah, will this be Honitsu? Will it be Doric Reed? I guess we'll find out right now, and Ryan's not fully committing. It could still be Honitsu if you draw 5, so you could imagine cutting the 6-8, but for the time being, Ryan's trying to stay as flexible as possible.
Yeah, and there goes Dora from one hand.
Eric drops it, ID as well.
So Dora can only be paired up, and there is one person who can pair up Dora.
Could be a while before we see that. In the meantime, Eric does find Tempai, a 4-so, 8-so Shabo.
It would just be a Hatsunomi.
And Ryan, yeah, we'll drop out the 4-so.
For Hatsunomi.
We'll complete that shape. So Eric picks up the sticks in the middle. That was really what he was aiming for. And we move into a critical South 3.
Yes.
If the players weren't looking at the score line to determine their goals before, they're definitely doing it now.
Yeah, this is an important dealership for Eiley to try and maybe be a third person over 50K or 30K. My bad here, but interesting hand here for a dealer. We got two pairs of honors.
And usually when you've got those 2 pairs, you consider Honitsu, and that's why we see the 4-mon, 2-mon coming out instead of the normal 9-pin. ID really pressing for value here.
Con? Or are we gonna skip? Skips. No, too much action for timing con.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, there's the West.
Okay.
Making progress, but Ryan as well. That's a pair. And
what do you think pairs up first? Pei or Hawk or Chun?
Well, statistically speaking, Chun is a little more likely. Because one pay is being held by Eric, but you're really hoping you get the Chun rather than the pay. A little extra value, potentially.
Well, there's your confirmation.
And that's interesting from Ryan. Could have chosen to call the 7-mon there for Tempai and try to lock up second place, moving into all last. But he says, I like my shapes. I think this hand could be more than just Hakunomi. Here's a second one. And that is the fourth of the 4-7 suji that he can see. And now he has to make a tough choice. Do we aim for the door or not? Lets it pass. There's also 3-4-5. Sanchoku on the horizon, but let it go.
And is a Dama across the way for 5-pin for just Ipeko. Tanyao Ipeko.
With a Dora, too, so I fear for this 5-pin. Like even right here, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
52 snipe for Eric, and that's going to all but confirm first place. I say that, but Ryan still has a chance in the dealer seat.
Yes. And Ryan's going to start off here with this South 4 with a 2 Mondora. Just barely missing that 1 Mon.
Right? Time is the indicator, not the Dora itself.
But we do have an interesting hand across the way here. We got 3 pairs of honors. We got an East, South, and a Red Dragon.
Unfortunately, ID has 2 of those pairs as well. Both players to get a little stuck here. David, kind of interesting choice there, says, you know what? There is a value path here.
Yes.
It may be hard to get, but
Eileen's also
it's
thinking
funny.
that too.
Yeah, ID. The Sozu Honitsu on the left. Oh, and now a pay pair.
Could we be thinking about more than just the Honitsu? With the way things are pairing up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, I mean, definitely, it's going to be hard to get triplets with Mochi Mochi situations, so that might be the only out here. Okay, East has been called, so that's unfortunately not available. Aila Tenpai on the Ishanten on the right.
I think David's gonna have a hard time making this toy into existence, but it's gonna.
It's Ohonitsu as well. I think he really wants Tsuiso here, but that's just gotten impossible with the current shapes. So I'll back up pair for Aila, and he'll find a chance to move to Itsu.
Oh.
This hand is so spicy, but it's so mochi mochi, and this is now Tenpai for Eric. Dama here, as expected, just trying to confirm. Oh, poem. I don't think Eric intended to do that. I think Eric accidentally clicked on the screen as the tile came out and called poem.
Oh. Well,
there's a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, I had an unfortunate happening yesterday where I think I had Tanyao 3 Dora, and like my touchscreen on my computer wasn't registering, and it threw out one of the tiles I needed to keep instead.
Oh no, that is really unfortunate.
I think I would have missed out on 8,000 points, and I would have gotten a decent result in one of my games, but oh well.
Oh, there's the last hot save. We're going to see a call into Tenpai for David on a dead weight. And where's the pay? Oh, that's out. So ID actually can't make progress here without doing Chitoi. Oh no, I think 3 so 2 so is going to come out here. And now ID's hand cannot complete either. This is just a ridiculous scene here.
Oh my goodness.
You would never expect it to come out this way, but here we are. If the 7 so comes out, Ryan will chi, I think. ID hangs on.
Man, this was absolutely bonkers if this wasn't the case. Where we have 2 conflicting groups of tiles.
Ryan might not be able to find Tempai. Oh, there's a Chi, but he has to jam the 9, so that just came out. So I would take this.
It's gonna be Tempai on no Yaku, but does keep the game alive.
Sure. He doesn't want to go to Ryukyoku not Tempai, because then he would drop below 30,000 points and have a negative second.
Yes, that is a good point.
And so it will be 2 players Tempai. ID sees the hand and says, ah, there were all my tiles. And David can't see that ID had them, but he might suspect. Wait. Is this a repeat of the last round? Hello?
Yeah,
Playing
no.
with 3 Yakuhai pairs again. And
Oh,
ID's got 2. And there's a pair on the right as well. I think this is going to be a Pulm Fest.
oh boy.
That leaves Ryan, the dealer, the only player without honors, with just loads of Tanyan tiles.
Interesting. With our 6 Mondora,
Pon.
only our dealer has it. But interesting to see how this will play out.
Apparently as a cheat toy. Or wait, what could have been a cheat toy, I suppose. I think Ryan likes the shape too good to call. Or too much to call, I should say.
3. No. The other pair goes out the door. Do you deal with the pair? Do you deal with the pairs earlier, or do you deal with the pairs later as the hand develops? What's your style on that?
I try to keep as much flexibility as I can. I think ID's gonna throw this back. Yeah, 4-mon, 3-mon, 2-mon. Has Toy Honitsu Yakuhai in mind.
Pon.
Oh, there's one.
Ryan might have to call now. It's getting late in the hand. I shouldn't say late in the hand. It's still end of row 1, but ID's 2 call has sent us into the middle game. So.
Pon.
Oh, there's another one. And now just Tempai on 2 green.
Chi.
Toy Honitsu Yakuhai 1 and maybe 2. Depends on if this Hatsu comes out.
Oh, that's
And this is tough for Isla to play on the right. Eric is also going for Honitsu in that suit, which means he's got to be so careful about what he cuts out here. He's trying to defend with a 7, so.
Pon.
Okay, has the West now.
Sumo.
Oh, the Pong gives Tempai to David, but Sumo to ID for the Mangan.
Yeah, Toy South and Honitsu with a Mangan to wrap it up. And that means that our dealer there, I think, falls below 30K with that result, right?
That's it. ID takes over second place and grabs a cool 7.3. Eric, though, the big winner, plus 27.9. And David will fall to last place in this one. Well, those are 3 broken hands. In fact, I think all 4 hands were kind of broken in that last one. But ID, the eventual winner there. Pon Sumo.
Yeah, just kind of just took a quick way there, and now we're seeing this. What's next up on the docket here?
What's really funny is I see Red Panda in the playing a Ho game right now.
Oh dear. Oh, and we also have Max as well.
Max as well. They're both. Hey, should we watch them playing Ho?
That would be kind of
let
funny.
me see if the game has started. Oh, it starts in a minute. We don't have the time. But yeah, we'll have the second of this B1 series. It's just hilarious that 2 of our Armel players are going at it in ranked.
Just regular ladder. And it's going to be a few minutes before our second game goes here.
Yeah, now David taking the 4th place, not concerned at all. Plus 248.2, still looking super strong for promotion. And let's see, Eric climbs up into the positives. Always good to be positive, especially here and I believe this is the B1 division, not A1.
Hey, I'm just getting out all my bad play in Armel for
That's right.
Richinomi.
That's right. All right. When you go to the Richinomi tournament, RNO, 208 players. That's where you want your good flow to be.
Oh man.
Heidi and Ryan chilling out there in the negatives, but outside of the relegation zone for now.
Plus, it just gives me a chess comeback after Richinomi to be like, okay, it's C1 again. Man, I could just do my own thing.
Yeah, it's
because I am going to be the champion of the bottom. It's kind of for me. It's been it's to perfectly describe my season. It's been Wild E Coyote, just going after Roadrunner.
Oh man. It's sort of like I just hit Mangan Tenpai, but now I deal into Hanemon.
Or
The
just
best
oh,
laid hands just fall at the end.
or be waiting on a tile and then it being somebody else's sumo tile.
Oh yes. Well, we open up
Anyway,
into the second game of this series, and I've got my Yakuman goggles on.
oh yes,
Pump.
yes we do. Oh,
Unfortunately,
but
the east wind has come out a couple times already, so it's become very difficult, but not impossible. Well, now it's impossible.
yeah.
Yakuman goggles off.
But
Still a nice hand there for
our dealer hand's kind of interesting here. Got some
yeah.
pairs and some Pinfu opportunities. Incorporate the Dora there.
Open draw 5 mon, 7 mon, 6 pin. Even 8 pin is a welcome draw. Hey, hello,
Oh.
8 pin. Welcome.
Speak of the devil.
I didn't know 8 pin was the devil, but it's here. Ooh, that's an excellent upgrade. And now we can go 6 mon, 1 mon. Or even cut the 1 mon first. Like all sorts of good things happening here for Eric. Ishanten. Ishanten on the right as well for ID. And right across the table has opened up, 2 away from Tenpai, with good floating tiles. 4 mon, 6 pin, and 5, so can all be connected to. Ends up connecting to the 6 pin. We'll probably go with the 4 mon in the hopes of drawing Dora.
Beach.
Still on the right here. We still have a Honitsu chance. We still have our seat, but we would like to finish that out with that, with a triplet or pair upgrade on the south or the green.
Pump.
But here we go. There's your triplet. Now, which pair? Oh. Well, it is Ishanchen. You still got to finish the Monzu shape over there, but
Right. Unfortunately, have to contend with his dealer Ricci. David's showing that he's willing to try.
manages to avoid it so far.
Yeah, is not going to deal in something that close to the Dora unless he's Tenpai. And I think if he draws the Naimon, he'll jam it. But until then, he'll be patient. Turns out that Hatsu was kind of close to dealing in, but ended up being safe there. And Ryan finds Tenpai across the way, 1-4 pin. 3 is even Suji, so I think he'll play it out. Or thinking, reconsidering, does play it out. David looks at his chi and says, I don't think it helps me, and then lets it pass.
Sumo.
Does find Tenpai a different way, but the Sumo comes in.
Rishi Sumo, 1 Dora, and an Ura to make it a dealer Mangan. Get that 50% boost for 12k.
A nice little boon from the Uda. And I have my own thoughts about Uda,
Well,
but
it isn't 1 mon, but it is 9 pin. Dora.
Okay. Do we count other terminals?
I was keeping track of 1 mon only, but if we want to open it up to terminals, what's your call on that?
I think we could keep track of both, right? We got 2 so far in the 1-mon count, now 3 with the terminals. Actually, I don't know how many terminal door there were outside of the 1-mon in the previous game, so maybe that's a little too hard to track.
Well, let's just keep it at 1-mon for now. If there's terminals, I'll just call them out. How's that?
Perfect.
And that's another
Okay.
good draw with the Tuso.
Kind of interesting choice here with all these pairs. Eric decides to just play for efficiency and the earliest Ricci, not necessarily aiming for the
A
pairs
good
option at
weight.
all. It kind of feels like David will be the first to tempai on the left, sitting Isham 10.
Yes, on a pinfu-ish hand.
Yeah, I like this 9, so it lessens some of the potential of your final weights,
Although
but
it
it gives you
is,
the Itsu chance.
it can, yeah. I was just about to say there is E2 as well, but especially with 3 of the Tuso, or 3 of the Tuso in hand in other players' hands, that's gonna be a
And
tough ask.
this is a very heads-up play as well, cutting the 7-mon instead of this 4-mon. He's aiming for Itsu or 345 Sanchoku. Even foregoing the nice tile acceptance that the 4-pin brings in favor of this potentially very valuable Ishanten with the Sanchoku Itsu options. And he's got time to hold this. Looks like the other players are very slow in finding tempai here. The draw's not coming. So that's a big one.
Yeah, just about to say that is a big one. Decides to pass the 8-mon.
I know Yaku. Second Dora is kind of hard to use, so he just throws it back. At this point, I wonder if Dave's thinking like,
That's
yeah,
a good draw
I'll take
there.
a 2-mon, I'll take a 6-mon. Just where's my tempai? There's a 6-mon. Kind of don't want it, but your tempai. Yeah, throws it back.
Doesn't quite trust it yet.
This late, it's hard to have faith in a 5-mon Kanchan with no door in your hand. There it is. That's the draw we're looking for.
On the
Slaps a
E2,
Ricci Pinfu. Potential Itsu. Just need a 6, so there's 1 in the wall.
3-6. Yeah. There's a 3. Oh, what are we going
It's
to
tempai, so
draw?
I think it's just going to be a Ricci.
Oh, but do we play the other? Oh,
And Ryan will just try to back out. It's a little difficult against 2 Riccis, but I think he can do it. He's got 1-mon if things get really, really bad.
wait. Is it
Yes.
6, 9?
Yes.
So we have 3, 6, and 9 being lit up. 6 2
Yes.
different ways.
The whole Suji is bad, and Ryan keeps drawing these, but he's not going to cut away from them. So he look very bad here. So 6 pins Genbutsu. And he just has to pass 1 more tile. This West will do nicely. It's all on ID. Now draws another West, so Ryukyoku.
And to show the proof of what terrible things lied in wait.
Yeah, 6-so discard double roll. That would not have been fun. Especially when one of those were Itsu.
Hey, guess what? The
What's
dragons
that?
are back.
Oh, and there's a pair of
And
Dora.
across the way, yes. But we also have one in the right there as well.
My eyes are really fixated on Ryan's hand on the right. I want to see how long he holds it, because the hand looks like a Tanya or a Pinfura or something that doesn't involve the Chundora. I'm very curious to see when he makes his move.
How about right now?
I think he'll cut the East before the Chun. But the fact that he's, hesitating
Thinking.
there means he's getting close to it.
Hold on, I don't think he's keeping that. Yeah.
In the meantime, dealer shunt them. Classic
Yes.
Ricci Pinfu. A little bit scary when you can't see in the door, but again, terminals, honors can be a little hard to use. And if you slam a Ricci before the first door dragon comes out, it's hard for anyone to follow that out. So even if someone has a pair, not necessarily
Although
that you're going to get chased.
although this is a funny thing. We have 2 pairs of the other dragons. So imagine So Shangan if
I
we get
guess
there fast
that's
enough.
technically possible. Extremely unlikely, though.
I know. The slim chance, the lottery the
When there's a
lottery.
chance, we have to consider it at least. Ryan keeps drawing these pin tiles, and I think he's going to hold on to this Chu now. It's gone all the way to the middle of the second row, and none have come out.
Yeah.
More Pinsu.
Although
Pong.
hand on our left here is also making a Pinzu play. But there it goes. There's the call. There's 4 Han on the table. Just standing there menacingly.
Open Mongon. This could be called into Tempai. Declines it. Does not Tempai either. Just throws it back, yeah. Tanya is a potential out here.
This is No, it's Ishanten for dealer. Although it's kind of it's headless Ishanten. And there is Tempai across the way on 4 9-pin.
Tricky weight. The 9-pin's kind of Sotogawa here, but ID finds the Ricci and will not care about the Tempai, just slam the Ricci.
And it's also going to lock up one of the potential 9-pins coming out. There's only one more 4 in the wall.
When David has to draw it and deal in.
Oh!
Do anything about it. He's Tempai with Mongon, Ricci, Patsu Pinfu, and an Una for 12k.
Wow. And West Dora with 2 West in our dealer's hand. Oh boy.
In the words of Korak, that's why you Ricci. Even against the Mongon. You just might hit Ipatsu and Uda.
This could be a runaway train. For I or E.
Do you think it's going to turn Tonitsu?
The
first cut was the south, so
gonna need some help. Gonna need a lot of help. I don't think we're gonna go there with that.
Well, David across the way. That looks like it might be a Honitsu play.
Yeah. We still need a little bit of help though.
Maybe help found for ID. East pair up. That's double tone.
Oh my god, double tone with 3 Dora?
G.
Could be crazy. And ID just opens up. Atosuke says, you know what? That's one of my bad shapes. Of course I'll take that. I know the East is coming. Now things will get really exciting if the West comes out.
Yeah.
Upon there and the rest of the team will be playing Guess the Yaku.
Speak of the devil.
All right, Ryan, what do you think?
Just gonna hold on to it for now.
Yeah, I think he's a little concerned about not the dealer calling it, but rather appointment David.
But the 8 so does make another shape. And
yeah, right now this just looks like a
you
Tanya,
can just
right?
sense you can just sense the tension just ratcheting up ever so bit.
Oh, at the tile Ryan wants. Tries out the 7 first. Doesn't get called is actually really important for him. Now he can't consider cutting the West here.
just gonna keep on to it for now. But you've got to be wondering how long is it gonna stay in that hand. This could be a chance where it goes out.
リーチ
It does. And dealer lets it go by.
Gibbs.
Visible land on the
Wow.
tile, so Ryan knows someone has a pair. It's probably not dealer because they're Tanyao. If it was David, he almost certainly would have called it. So I'm guessing Ryan thinks it's Isla who has the pair.
ロン
And
And
there's
David
the dealing tile.
finds Tempai, and unfortunately, that just deals in again. David with no luck in this game.
Okay, it isn't one mod, but it is one so. It is
Okay,
the bird. So add that to the list.
here we go. First bird found. ID pulls it in. Sanzo adjacent. Ryan's got a 2-so floating. He no longer has a 2-so floating. As dealer, he's just going to try to play as efficiently as possible.
Trying
Pump the
looking for
Haku
that
away.
Haku.
ポン
And there it goes. And called.
Okay, 4 pin out means he's playing the blocks that he has.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you call one of the pairs and you just play around which of the better one. Ooh,
Gee.
yeah. Yeah, I like that. And
Cuts
it's
the
gonna
5
get rid.
anyway.
Okay. It's gonna still play on the flexibility of the 1, 2, 3 there.
Yeah,
Which
maybe likes the
means
idea of pulling.
チ
Ooh,
ポン
but we also have okay, she needs to on our right here. I like it. I like it.
it's a value play. There's that bird, but it's a little too late to be used. At least it won't get called on the right.
Okay, now we're
ポン
could be potentially hedging Honitsu, although that would be kind of a value downgrade at this point, but I mean it is one step closer. If you
Yeah,
were
pretty
worried
sure.
about
Go ahead and finish that.
oh never mind, just draw a tile you need. Okay, 6, 7. Which are still 2 6s out there and one more 7.
Kind of impressively live, considering. Okay, he'll switch weights
Oh,
here, I think. Oh, the 2 pin has been called, but
okay, now it's 3 6 3 6 9. Wow.
mhm.
ロン
Oh, and
And
there
then
is
ID comes out.
9.
ID found Ishanten, and that Shinizu was there. The one tile of overflow did indeed signal Tempai. And so David's not completely out of it. That is a bit of good fortune going his way. And now has his first chance as the dealer.
Yes.
ポン
On an 8 so Dora. We have 2 players who have that in hand, and our dealer can also incorporate it into the hand as well. Although that is 4 pairs.
4
that I'm
pairs.
seeing.
And oh, that's kind of surprising. I thought Eric would play for Honitsu. Because there were 5 Honitsu blocks. But it looks like he has eyes to use this Dora. It was one of the sacrifices you
チ
have to make for going from Manzu Honitsu here.
Yes.
ポン
No, just gonna not play this as cheat toy, even though we were at 5 pairs for the call there. We are going to try and turn this toy. Maybe.
ポン
Oh, wow.
Oh, yep, we are totally playing this toy now.
Yeah, but Ryan just paired up the door into Tempai on 3-6 Mon.
Yeah, that's and they already have Yaku for seat. But you're
퐁,
just gonna throw a 7 back. But that unfortunately is gonna get our dealer Tenpai on Toy Toy Haku for
롱,
Would have been the 7,700, but instead ID draws the 6 Mon camp fit in hand, and so that will come out and feed Ryan the 3,900 to get over 30k.
there's still plenty of time. Just you know, a Mongon for David, and he is right back in this conversation.
South 1. Allow our
With
dealer.
Oh, it's guess what? It's another Terminal Dora.
There we go. And we've seen, when Terminal is the Dora, players just play very straightforward slam breachy. And it hasn't really come into factor too much in these games. It's been more the Yaku that have been built outside of the Dora. When it's a terminal.
It's always fascinating how players take different play sets when certain tiles are in use for the Dora. You know.
We see our first Dora drawn. Ryan picks it up across the way. He's got a really nice Ishan 10.
Although it still needs some work in order to change that into a Pinfu, but would you take the Champon if it comes?
Ooh, good question. I think I would if we get Tempai soon. But at this 5-pin being one of our pairs is really promising in terms of the Pinfu
Speaking of
upgrade.
pickup, that is a nice pickup for dealer there with the nice Conchon fill. 6, 7, 8 there.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. This 9-pin now allows us to switch to Pinfu, but it looks like Ryan doesn't want that. Has maybe 7, 8, 9 and Junchan in mind.
There's another Dora picked up and thrown.
each,
No, it's
Right.
gonna take the weight.
Yeah, we could be on 4, 7-pin. This Shabo is really sneaky.
Although there's one 5-pin left in the wall. Unfortunately, 1-mons are out already.
Yeah, unfortunately that 1-mon came out right before Tempai was found. Timing a little bit off there.
But this 1-mon's not too held down here.
롱,
Oh, there goes
I
for
not
Richie
many
Dora.
defensive options, so just throws it out there.
And
That means we're going to
moving.
South. That's right.
5-mon Dora though. And our dealer has one. There's a couple on our left there as well. And
Dealer was
also on our right.
Yeah, dealer was overblocked Ishanten from turn 1. Crazy. They could have Richi Pinshu Sanshoku Dora on turn 3.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that's
that's
Sanshoku,
high.
that's step by. You know what? I just want to go pay. What do you think about that? Would you pay there? I mean, this is good. This is, don't get me wrong, this is super solid early Richi 2-sided weight with Dora. Think about how greedy you could get with pay. The follow-up draw is not cooperating with my plan, though.
Richie 1 Dora for dealer here.
You live?
With plenty of tiles to go.
Is that Tempai? It is. And Ryan has a safe entry with a 3-pin with Dama.
Oh, on the 4-7. 4-7.
He might be hoping for the 5-pin upgrade, but that just deals in. Oh, this also deals in.
Oh, oh no.
Does he save himself? One so. It just became safe. He does! Wow! By not declaring Ricci, he's given himself hope. And now he can draw the 5-pin Mega Takame, but no, Heidi gets there first.
Richi Sumo, Dora, Ura. Hello, Mangan.
I guess when you know you're going to hit Ura, you should just always Ricci. Should be noted that waiting around with a pay cut would not have worked, so...
Hey, guess what? Dragon Dora.
Tune again. This time not paired up by Toyman. Which might be a good thing. Last time that happened, he got Tempai and then dealt in. Really nice high pie here. If I'm sitting in dealer's seat, I like the odds at Tanyao and maybe something like a 3-4-5 or 4-5-6 Sanchoku. Pinshu is an option.
Although I see a sneaky, was that Itsu across the way? But needs to sort out the honors there.
Yeah, he's definitely hedging Honitsu here. I think he might even 7-pin, 8-pin. Or does he have any honors to cut first? Not really. So 7-pin, 8-pin will be the plan. The 7's back. The wall's saying, don't abandon Pinshu Itsu here.
There's another white. This can be the time to maybe join that sentiment. Although, just have West you can rely on as a backup Yaku, just in case this Itsu doesn't get there. And with
And it's struggling.
The more draws that goes by, the more. But you just pick up the 3-so there, and now you're waiting for that 9-so, and you got Itsu in hand, but you still got to navigate those honors.
Yeah, unfortunately, those have been hard to come by. East has come out twice, Haku out twice. Probably will be dropping those soon. The Chun is...
Chun is the most dangerous thing in your hand, but it's just a question of how long do you keep it.
Well, I imagine we'll keep it till the end. If we have to Tonki on it, so be it.
And West is not looking a good prospect either.
That was kind of interesting choice there. Locks in the pair, and it has acceptance of the 2-so and 7-so here. Oh, Chun comes out. Eric says, I can't hold on to this.
Well, Chun was already...
Oh, you're right. Ryan dropped it first.
Before.
So the 5-pin here is kind of interesting. This will be guaranteed Pinshu, waiting for 7-pin. Could have also discarded the 2-pin instead for the 4-6-7 weight. Turns out the correct discard was Ricci with the 6-pin, waiting on the terrible 2-pin 5-pin.
I always have that question of, multiple weights, and it's just like, which dumb weight do I wait on? Because I know all of them look pretty good, but one's got to be like, the most like jankiest, and always for me, it just seems like the jankiest one wins for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, if you always choose the janky one, then there's a decent bit of confirmation bias there. But you're right. Sometimes the weird one wins because, like, who would do that, right? Opponents don't think you would wait on it, so they drop it out and it just wins. ID has sussed out that the 7-pin looks really bad and dodges the deal in. Almost draws back into Tempai, but it'll just be Ryukyoku.
And then cements the 7-pin hand.
Oh, David finds Tempai at the very end.
Yeah, Eric just two people Tempai, and
Eric
we move on.
Considered calling that tile to give ID another discard, but decided against it.
South 3, Hey, guess what? One Mondora. That's 3 now.
Hey, there we go.
So it seems like one Mon and Chun are just fighting to be what's the most common tonight.
And, well, one mon held once on the right, but nowhere else. And none of these hands look super sparkly.
I mean, we have a lot of pairs, a lot of disassociated pairs in everybody's hand.
I think that's why I think no, the hands look sparkly. That must be it. All the pairs. Oh, more pairs. It's Toitsuba.
Pong.
Pairs for everyone.
It's a G toy party.
Or Toy Toy if you're so inclined.
Or if you really want to get funky with it, Doko.
Alright, does anyone have a Doko chance?
Well, the best that I could see.
Pong.
Toyman with the 4s. And that's a stretch already. But hey,
That's
there's a 4.
there's a 4. Yeah, you have 2 pairs of 4s. Just need to pair up the Forso,
It's in the
which
wall.
is we're
Declines the
not
pawn.
we're not calling for Doko.
No Doko faith. Okay, Eric's got a Chitoi Shunt. He's just out. Eric says, I am done with this hand. I'm not going to let David pull a fast one on me. David's not Tempai yet. Actually, not even close. But his discards certainly look like it. That's the tricky thing with Toy Toy. It's hard to gauge how far the player is in progressing their Toy Toy hand. Because the discards typically look really strange. The sort of discards that someone's making when they're Tempai. But in this case,
No, they're just having a
searching.
hard time. Yeah. Of course, when you've got a playstyle that's kind of unusual, everything looks dangerous.
But it's like a momentum thing. While you're searching and your discards look weird, you still maintain right away. So puts pressure on the opponents. That's getting Eric out. I don't know if Ryan is completely out just yet. Looks like he wants to fight. Probably he's got this Dora, and that can never leave the hand against a Toy Toy.
Yeah, especially when you pair it up like that.
Problem
But
solved.
now it's decision time. What pair throws the 3-so?
Ooh, could call this for Tempai, but Ryan thinks it's a little too early for that. Still one more pay to find.
I have to imagine the other 3-so coming out. No, not yet. Okay. Now it probably. Okay, never mind.
There's some kind of clearing out.
Okay, now you tossed it. Okay. I'm just.
Eventually it has to come out, right?
Or just doesn't. Okay. Okay, now you could. Okay.
It will
See,
never come out.
I can't call stuff coming out of the hand like you can, Nathan. You're a little better than that than I am. But it's going to result in nobody being Tempai, and we're just moving on to South 4.
Yeah, I don't know who's the happiest about that. Maybe ID? Because that's first place going to all last for Eric. Second place. Ryan wants to get over 30k in this hand. Can't even challenge for first. Dora's the 8, so who's got the best hand? It's kind of even from my eyes. What about you?
I think across the way there is looking pretty nice. has a chance to accept this Dora. Probably the best chance to accept this Dora.
Heidi looking for any win to end this game, but if you're getting greedy, hit 52 off of Eric. Oh, South pair, that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
David, of course, with his gap, has two goals. One is keep winning as dealer and maintain the dealership. And the other is make sure that if you lose it, that Ryan also stays below 30K, so that you don't get 5 more UMA points lost. Of course, Eric has his eyes set on first place.
Contentious. Does not decide to call that, but I think I's gonna call this one. Yep. And here we go. The Honitsu search is on.
Yeah, it might get Tempai before being Honitsu. And there we go. Tempai on the 8th zone.
Well, that is going to be a search and a half because there's 3 still left in the wall, but the players are going to be a bit contentious to throw out random Dora.
Yeah, this is a little tough for David because he would be willing to sacrifice the Dora if it meant he got to continue playing the hand.
Speak of Dora.
But not if it deals in.
So there's the first of 3
to remain.
And that's a nice pickup. I think the 1-2 or 1-2 pin decides against it.
I will hold the diamond shape. Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah, just draw another one. Problem solved. That's gonna solidify Dora in that hand.
And David has all but solidified Dora in his own. Aiming for Chitoy. Chitoy on the right as well. Oh, no, Eric's out. And there's Tempai. Oh my, all the Dora drawn. And that means ID's drawing dead.
Oh no.
Somehow David has chosen the 8-mon over the 1 pin. Maybe there's a little call lag when Ryan's 1 pin came out and David didn't think it was live. And if that's the case, he is so right. All the 8-mon are on the wall.
I change plans here.
No, sticks with it. Been twice cut. This could be a switch to 2 so 5 so. Tempai for Ryan. I think he's gonna slam 2. On.
Oh, he's totally slamming. It's gotta be 5-8. Yeah.
All right. And Tsumogiri chase. Dave says we're on the same weight. We'll leave it up to the wall. Who does it favor? Who's gonna give me the 8-mon? It's gonna be Ryan or is it gonna be David?
It is double own on 8.
Tevin is safe. Very close.
There's the 5.
That will stay in hand. We're looking for an 8. It's only 2 draws left. Only Ryan's gonna get a chance to Tsumo. It hits!
Oh my god! Finds the 8!
That's gonna be first. Uda not required. Richi, Tsumo, Dora 2, and Haite Tsumo. They were in the wall, and David looks at that. Betrayed. Betrayed. That would have been my win. And in doing so, that will leave David the only player below, taking a minus 3.1. Isla stays over 30K, plus 2.7 in third. ID close to first, but that Haite Tsumo gives 25.8 to Ryan. What a finish. This table giving us some games.
Although I have to say it is 25.6.
25.6? Is that not? Yeah. I got a little too excited there, I guess. That's okay. Ryan moving up. ID also moving up, getting further away from the relegation zone. David's
I mean,
still top the standings, even going fourth here.
understandable given the last tile draw.
Oh, absolutely. Well, this has been quite a series from the B1. Glad we could stop in for those 2 games. And we're not done yet. We've got more action happening. In fact, a game has already gone live that we can tune into pretty soon in a second. We've got a B3 matchup.
Ooh, B3.
And I'm just taking a look at the schedule to see who's playing here. I see Oliver.
I will be back in fall for B3, so hopefully I can get, well, only I hear tiles. That's a good thing.
Oh, yeah. All right,
We
those names
got
should be in. Oliver, William, Tai, and Tsenhao. It looks like, as we wait for the game to pop up, Tsenhao is doing the best out of this group at the table.
yes.
3rd place overall as we hop into the game. At this table,
Oh, there's a hidden con. Decides not to keep the con around.
Yeah, currently leading in this game.
Interesting East Dora, though.
That is a complicating factor, isn't it? That might be part of the reason why you didn't want the con. We are in the south round, so east a little bit harder for other players to use. However,
Our dealer has one in hand.
And the person with the Haku call can use Adora.
Home.
He's got to be a little bit careful about that.
And there's Tempai for Oliver, waiting on 4-7.
Oliver, my tournament nemesis, always crushes me in live play. He's doing very well in this game. 34-2 in second. And there it is. The Yakuhai player, Tempai, on Ponki. And this is Tempai for Tsenhao, but he does not want to drop the east. Reads the danger. And I imagine if he finds Tempai himself, he'll slam a Ricci and deal it on the left. But for the time being, he'll stay safe.
Or across the way, even.
Oh.
Oh, but that's a danger tile as well. And Oliver's going to get there with 10 Yao Nomi.
Yeah, William recognized that the 7 was not good. But it was one chance, and so it was worth trying. And it did end up dealing in. For a relatively cheap hand, as you said, Tanya Nomi.
And it is Forso Dora as we head into South 2. And is only in. Who is that? Who's got the 2 Forso there on the right?
Well, that's William.
William's got the 2
Kuchida.
4.
A tie, our current dealer, has called the East, so could be a speedy hand. Not terribly expensive, unless we draw a door of our own.
Yeah, we can certainly incorporate it if we do draw it.
And the Kaiser has drawn a Dora. Oliver.
Oh, but that's a natural pair. That is a natural pair, though.
That leaves us with a Kutsuki Ishanten. Sticky 5-mon, sticky 6. So stick with tile to one of those and be Tempai. At 6 to the 5.
That is Tempai.
The Tempai we wanted, but we'll take it. Now 6 so is an interesting cut here. I thought we might drop the 9s, that in the future, if we draw 5 so, we can cut the 8. And then if we draw 4 so, we have the Dora. It is a bit of a stretch, but sometimes it becomes relevant.
Just Mawashi on down until you find it.
Now, the benefit of cutting the 6-0 is later if someone declares a Ricci and you draw the 6-0, you don't have to drop it. You can cut the 9 instead, and that should be safer. In a league where we have Aka 5-so, you're more inclined to keep the 6-so around instead of this 9-so, but without the Aka 5-so, it becomes less of a consideration here. So that's probably what Tai was thinking. Of course, we have no red 5s in the ARML. If you're planning to break Tempai, this is a really good tile to break Tempai for, and Tai is considering it. 4-pin here would be a great way to do so. Goes with the 4-mon instead.
Making maybe one of the 3 or 5s a triplet and then the other a pair. But no,
Absolutely.
it's going to find different tempi. It's going to turn one of them into a triplet and the other the pair for the hand.
There we go.
3.
Of course, if you cut the 4-pin first, you'd have your choice of, do you want me to wait to go the 3-6-mon or the 2-5? The 3-3-4-5-5 shape. That sort of, what do I want to say, Ipeco shape with the middle tile missing, when you are headless, when you don't have a pair yet, is a really strong shape. Now we'll see if a 3-mon can ever be found. Those are buried somewhere in the wall.
Yeah, there's only one more 5-mon though. But hey, I've seen some last tile shenanigans happen tonight.
There is a chance the 5 comes out from the left. And that's if a 5-so is drawn or called.
That's going to be a call there, trying to get down to Tempai.
William says, it's getting late. I got to make my move.
If you're going to make it, you got to do it now. And there's Dora. Oh, goodness. It's going to break Tempai to not throw that out. Yeah, I can understand that play.
Yeah, dropping that out would have given the pawn to the right for Tempai. Scary proposition. Seems like a solid move from Tai.
Yeah, especially this late in the hand. That is going to be a call for Tenzao.
Somehow now on the 4-pin. One left in the wall. Noted about the 18th game missing. We'll look into that. Is that back into Tempai for Tai? That's great. We're Foodie 10, but it doesn't matter if we can hang on to this dealership.
And that's going to be a call, and it's going to be Tempai on to Dora. We have chances to break out for a huge hand.
It looks like those doors are locked up, but maybe the 7-mon. Oh, Senho. Do we keep Tempai?
Wrong.
Yes is the answer, and that's going to deal in.
And that's going to show him the bad news with the 2 Dora. Tiny out 2 Dora for 3,900.
With such a close game, though, between Senhao and Oliver, he didn't want to give up the opportunity at K10 there, so I think that's probably an EV plus play, but did deal into 39. Even then, in South 3, Senhao still very close to first place, so a lot to fight for here.
And South 3 with another Terminal Dora.
9-so this time again. All right. William, our dealer, with no Dora. And
I think
good
that's
month
3
shapes, good middle pin shapes, but
I think that's 3 times for 9. Then I think that's 3 times for 9, 3 times for the 1, and then I think 3 times for June as well. So.
And the special tile tonight. William 2 away from Tempai now. Hoping to draw something around this. Oh wow! In fact, just calls open for Tanya. Says, "I don't need to hope to draw something. I'll just force it." I think this is a totally justifiable move.
Mm. Do we call con if we draw the last 4, or if it comes out from somebody?
Maybe, actually.
It wouldn't be that bad of uh, play, especially if the door indicator would be the 3-pin. Just add casual 4 Dora to your hand.
See, I never think, when I make a con, I never think, I could flip the 3-pin to be my Dora. I think, I could flip another 8-so and give whoever has holding the 9-so even more Dora.
Although it's 3-pin strangely not present
Gee.
yet, so there might be a high likelihood that could be the case. We are going to take the Tenpai on,
The
but
shooting 10 Tenpai.
waiting on 4-mon only, or 4-so only, and they would have to draw it. Oh boy.
Yikes. I wonder if it's better to just cut the 2-so there and hold the 4. But we can still plumb the 3-mon and also draw 2-so or 3-so. It's not the worst spot to be.
There is a 3-pin coming out, and it's going to be called. Okay, it does change that up to now we can call for Roan on the 3-mon.
Wrong.
And there it goes.
Right on time.
For Tanya Nomi. And we're going to repeat here with the... Well, we would have loved to have seen that the last hand. It is a 4-pin. It's a 4-pin Dora.
These starting shapes look pretty good for William. Conchons everywhere, but blocks everywhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we can trim one down depending on what we draw.
When you said blocks everywhere, it just reminds me of that Buzz Lightyear meme where he's pointing out pointing out his arms like, I see blocked everywhere.
Well, I imagine that's what's happening in William's brain right now. But not a block to call. Okay, this could be a shift 9-pin towards Tanya, slimming down the blocks. Or he can just throw this back or throw the 6-mon and play 6 blocks still. Which option will he take?
I was thinking the 7-8-so for some reason.
I think that's so efficiency-wise, that's probably the least. But I just keep the pairs, and it's not the greatest Tanya shape, right? I guess if we're playing for Tanya, 9-pin would be the most straightforward way of doing that, though. Oh, these 9s starting to come out, and it makes the 7-8 block look weaker.
Although for me, my brain's always scattered. Like, what's the slowest way we could get there?
It doesn't matter how slow it is as long as you do get there and win, right?
Which tends to be not the case.
Yeah.
Or I get to Tenpai and then deal in.
Oh, wow, William rewarded for holding on to the 6 blocks, and out comes the 7-8. Maybe you could see into the future. Alex, are you sure you don't have special abilities? You said for some reason, but I don't know. We may have found your Saki ability.
I mean, it just seemed to me like the most odd to me.
Each.
There's a path towards 2 for Sanchoku, but we're going to see an Oliver Ricci first. Ricci, Pinfu, waiting on 6-9 pin. 4 left in the wall.
Has our dealer take this? Just going to go on as planned. And there is the 9. Immediately comes out.
It turns out terminals are not Genbutsu. Only 2,000 points, though.
And, oh, guess what? 1-mon again. As the fourth time we've seen one mon tonight.
And a terminal door a day. Well, dealer with the east pair has a callable hand, can continue to press forward with this lead. This
Not
really
just
isn't.
terminals, but
홈,
terminal honor.
Yeah. This isn't safety territory just yet for Oliver, so I'm assuming he's going to try to play for the win here. The shapes are good too.
Although on a sumo from dealer, I think that would make them above from Oliver would be the only one above 30K. So he's got plenty to play for.
Yeah, maybe if he cons the east and flips a door, that could be the case. Or draws, a 1-mon. It would have enough value to cause him to be the only player over 3K, which, as you point out, gives bonus Uma, 5 points of bonus Uma to any player that can achieve that. Shape's very strong, though. Does anyone have something to compete with? Doing
I
okay
think
on the
across
right.
the way, maybe. We need some good tiles though.
Callable at least. Kind of funny draw there. Oh, could go 1 pin, yeah, and 9-mon as well for Tanya. Just lock up second place over 30K.
I love the pair, triplet, pair, consecutive, like a pair of 6, triplet 7s, and then a pair of 8s. That's always a funky shape to end
Feels
on.
really nice. Shunten for Oliver. Has to pick which diamond to keep. 5-mon or 3 pin to cut. 5-mon.
I think this is going the tougher route, I think, but call me crazy.
치,
Wouldn't be the first time I've done that. You and I have a long history of working together this season. Ooh, well, that's Tempai.
Ooh. Slam it, Dama's it.
Okay, playing for the Tanyo.
Is 3 mon only and 1 left. Yeah, well, now that's dead.
Things have
Essentially.
suddenly become very difficult for Tsenhao.
치,
In Sanzo we
Dong.
trust, and in Sanzo we are rewarded. This weight made sense from William's perspective. He could have also chosen the
And does
the
not
5.
get the most points, but there is 3 people above 30K, unfortunately.
Tai will have to eat the 5 Uma loss, but for Tsenhao, plus 1.1 William barely squeaks over him for second place, 6.3, and Oliver taking the first, plus 21.8 is solid. So I'm curious to see how the standings will look after that. In
Yes.
B3, we've got now still up there at the top, third place, but getting closer to overcoming JT. And just looking at this, these standings, it looks like this is a makeup game from session 4 or series. I think they might even be playing all 4 tonight. I'm not sure if we
Oh.
have the time to catch all 4 games, but we'll certainly watch as many of them as we can. And I'm really excited to see if Senhao can keep this 0-4 streak alive.
Oh boy.
Now that I've said something, it's surely cursed, but I promise it wasn't intentional. Big props to anyone who can keep 0-4 for an entire session. And not just one session, half the season. I'm looking down the list to see if anyone else has been able to achieve that. And I think he's the only one. He's the only one left.
I know there was a couple of contenders, but I think they just recently took fourth on the tables that they just played.
All right. Go Senhao. Go all the way. Win the ladder award. You're the only one who can do it. Hey, these results definitely look like he is keeping that in mind. 6 firsts, 1 second, 6 thirds. 6 thirds is really strong fourth avoidance.
And Sen Hao is going to be in the dealer seat when this game starts up.
Now, looks like we've got a bit of a gap before it will start, so maybe we should take a bit of a break ourselves.
Okay.
Chance to grab some liquids. When we come back, we will have the second game of this B3 table. Stay tuned.
And welcome back here to this exciting table. It's going to kick off fairly soon, next 30 seconds or so.
We've been caught in a little bit in the middle of that last game, and it was Senhao and William who were up at the top, but Oliver ended up taking the win. So we'll see if he can lock that up here. Senhao, our first dealer, tied to the right. William across the table. Oliver to our left. And we were just talking about the ladder award. How close, Alex, have you ever been to the ladder? What was your least number of fourths in a session? I don't know if you remember that.
I think it would have to be the first season. I think I was closest to that, but I still took some massive force. No.
Yeah, I had one season where I got kind of close, but ended up faltering at the end. And so I've never personally gotten there, but I'm rooting for Tenhao, and he's the dealer. So let's take a look and see what we can make of this hand.
Although, is stream lagging a little bit, or am I just hearing things?
And to the comment in chat, yes, Lucas did do it one season. Luke is also dominating in A1 this season and played in the championship last season, so there's a regular dominance in Armel over the course of his time in the league. I know Aldwin did it before. And a couple other players. I think there have been 4 total. 3 or 4. Very rare achievement, though. Okay, checking out the... Oh, are you hearing things twice?
Yeah.
Possible that that's the case. Hopefully that's not coming through on stream, though.
But anyway, our dealer hand's progressing nice on with 2-pin Dora. We only have a couple of players that have it. There, it looks like that's been resolved.
Yeah, I mean, dealer is looking quite strong. Ishan 10 for Ricci Pinfu. On the left, also quite good. Ishan 10 there. And the 7-mon draw would be insane. On the right, high is Ishan 10 now. I would love to be able to call one of these bad shapes away. I always feel that way when I have a Kanchan, but well, I guess you just draw into Tempa. You probably have to slam this because there aren't really any upgrades. Does choose to Dama, though.
Oh, on 3-pin.
So whenever there's a Dama, I look to the upgrades. There's a 6-so that we could upgrade on, but not much else.
Oh, there's a 3-pin. Oh, this might...
Oh, it's not going to deal it on the right. There's no Yaku.
Each.
But it's always... Now it will.
Yeah, we saw the reach on the left from Oliver for 7-mon. Oh, with the 4-mon drawn.
Oh, no.
That's unfortunate. Ricci Pinfu Dora.
Any Ura? No Ura.
I'm familiar with that. Oliver will steal away the Ricci stick, though, and move up to 34-9 to start this game off.
Yes. And, oh, is that another terminal Dora I see?
It is 9-mon this time. Now the players can spot a 9-mon. They're all on the wall somewhere. And these Hypai are a little tricky. Our dealer will be hoping to pair up the... Well, no longer hoping to pair up the East. Those have been discarded. Same for some type of Ricci. Ricci plus Dora.
Speaking of Dora, and it's going to incorporate nicely into this hand. Could be thinking about Shanta possibilities.
Yeah, I knew you'd be thinking about that. I agree. There is an outside world where we move that direction.
I think the
right.
5-pin might be good.
I don't think Tai wants to commit just yet, but if he pairs up the Chun, sure, might as well give it a try. I'm thinking on the right, we're just moving towards Pinfu.
And the Haku comes out of the wall. It's like, no, you should commit for this.
The ball says it was Chanta the whole time.
And now the tunes have come out, and now this tune is also going to come out as well. So I think it's a slight missed opportunity, but we'll see how the rest of this hand does play out.
Yeah, Pinfu no longer in Toyman's hand as we have accomplished a Yakuhai pair. Perhaps soon to be Yakuhai call. On the left, another hand that wants to be Ricci. So just a whole bunch of closed hands.
Still is looking Chanta-ish, but now with that 4, now that's no longer the case.
Now we feel justified for keeping the 5-pin. Oh, Ishantam.
I'm still going to say that's a missed opportunity.
Fair enough. Really want an 8-mon, but that just came out on the left. And of course, it's the door indicator,
Each.
so a little hard to find. Ricci anyway from Toyman. Ricci Nomi, waiting on 258 pin. Big wait.
Oh, oh my good. Manages to avoid it. Nice.
Starting with the Suji, Ricci Suji 7, which is a little scary. Oh, temp I found. The way this has been played, I
Oh,
think we're going to see a Ricci, but no dodges.
I think we're just gonna build up on the Pinzu. I think all these are gonna be safe.
Each.
You're right. I mean, this is Tempai, and this one will be slammed. Who cares if it's door? It's Suji. Let's
Sumo.
go. Oh, but yeah. Dreams quickly shattered, and once again, another Ricci stick donation. That was a nice dodge though from dealer.
I think dealer got away with absolute minimum on that.
Sumo found for Oliver, extending the lead even further. And now we move to Williams dealership. And hello, double tone door 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a Mongon in wait. And
See
I
one
love
east on
me
the right.
love me some Mongon.
Typically, after these terminal tiles, the east comes out before the other honors. So William might not have to wait long before he calls. I'm curious what he's going to cut afterwards. Maybe one of these penchants.
I think 1-2.
Oh, you spot on this time.
Home.
And there goes the 1. And I don't think he keeps both, is what I'm predicting.
Right now, he's down a block unless he keeps the 8-9. So would probably need to draw something around this 4 so
Home.
before he cuts the 8-9. Everyone opening up now, except for Ty. Ty had the chance to call the tune, but says, my hand is more valuable closed.
Well, I guess you could.
Yeah, that was an opportunity to go 8-9, but liked it better than the 4-mon. Maybe because he can set up this Suji trap in the future.
But I just like funny discards, you know, the 2, the 1, the 3. It's funny. It's consecutive.
Yeah, that was the second tune, by the way, and Ty says no. This is going to be a closed hand. The tune might not even have a home in this hand with all these gammon shapes. We might go chun right here.
Yeah, and that is exactly what happens.
Oh, but I'd say big draw. The third door actually doesn't do that much. It's still a Mungon. The fourth door, that'd be huge.
There's potential for that, but it's just 7-so for right now. But you know, find a way to pair either the 8 or the 9, and hello, Hanemon.
Oliver very fortunate to have drawn the 8-so there because that 7 was really loose in hand. No, the foo. The foo, William. There's reasons to keep this.
Okay, we see the 2 9s out there, so if we are going to pair something, we would like the 8 more than the 9 actually cannot be paired. This is a pair opportunity, though.
Yeah, this is the reason to potentially keep the 4. Now you've got Mentotsu wait instead. She might like better than the Penchon.
Kang.
Does con.
Is there another con chance? Is there an east in the wall? There is.
But we're not going to
Each.
get... Imagine scoring San Kansu with 4 Dora.
Would be crazy. Oh, there's the east! Against the
Oh!
Ricci, though, it's absolutely not the right thing to do, I think. So it will just be discarded, but... Oh man, if the 8-so was the Rinshan tile, just imagine. This Ricci is 1-4-so. That's Genbutsu to the double east hand.
Oh, there's a 2. It's going to get avoided for now.
Oh, the 7 so comes out. Two more draws. There's still an 8 in the wall. Oh, not the 1!
Oh!
And that's going to deal into Ricci, Pinfu, no Sanchoku. But an
What
Uda found.
for 39.
Ooh, what a
But
crazy hand.
holy Batman, look at that. 2 Dora.
Yeah, 2 Dora for former dealer. I'm very curious later. Maybe after these games are done, to go back and see what the Rinshan tile would have been for that East. What a hype moment that would have been.
That would have been a clip. I think it would have been another clip.
It would 100% be a clip. That would be making the end of season show for sure. And just a reminder to any of the viewers, if anything spectacular happens, feel free to clip it and send it to us, and we might include it in our end of season show.
The door got passed, by the way.
Really? I hope that wasn't a missed opportunity because of a bug. I don't know if you knew this, Alex, but if your mouse moves at all while you're clicking the toggle for calls on and calls off, it actually won't toggle.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I've gone to click the button to turn calls on and then like accidentally jiggled my mouse while I was clicking it, and it didn't toggle, and I missed my call, and it was very sad. This happened actually many times to me. So maybe that's what happened in that situation, because I think with these Tonyo blocks, I would be happy to call Dora 3. Regardless, the hand still looks really good for William. Probably the best one here.
Yeah.
Outside of the Tenpai on the right. Oh, chooses the 1-4 despite the 1-so having come out 3 times.
That's dead.
You're right. With the Anko across the table, there's just no hope for this weight. So I think Senhao might be hoping for an improvement on this weight. Might move to something else.
Maybe 2-5 or 1-4 the other way. Or 6-9.
I'm still searching. Oliver, probably a Chitoy. Toyman is Yishanten as well. Oh, see, William just knew the third one was in the wall.
Still Ishanten though.
Perfect Ishanten. Okay, one pin, 4 pin feels pretty good. You imagine the 1 pin's not so bad.
Each.
Yeah, this is an improvement. 1.
Each.
And there's Tenpai, and there's also going to be a Tenpai.
They're eating up each other's weights. All the 8 pins are held by William, and all the 4-so are held by Tai. Who's got the better weight in the wall? All the 4-so gone. 1 7-so left in the wall versus 2 5 pins. So Tai has an advantage of 1 tile.
That's inconsequential. But
we'll see how big of a consequence that is. Yet to be determined. Statistically speaking, 1 has the advantage, but that, statistics don't always doesn't mean it's guaranteed, right?
Just one's more probable than the other. We've seen some wacky things.
Somehow finally switches off of the weight because the 5-so looks bad, and immediately both the 1 pin and the 4 pin come out. That is a tragedy.
Oh no.
He's out, so it's just a matter of the wall. Who does it feed? 1 tile left for everybody.
Who does a wall favor?
Or Tai? No. William? No. We're going to Ryukyoku. They were just both dead walled, all 3 of them.
And now it's going to be South 1 with the another. Is that another 4-so Dora or Am I just?
Like the 5-pin was or 8-pin was during the last round.
Oh yeah, right.
I had the right
I'm
Suji
seeing.
from there. Let's see,
I'm.
Forso, one on the right. Dealer's high pie. Not too upset or happy about it. It's just an average high pie. We have door acceptance now that we've drawn the 5, so maybe we were originally thinking about 1, 2, 3, but those thoughts are starting to
Oh,
go away.
now when you draw a 6.
Yeah.
But
But just,
there's always Mawashi attempts to bring that down to something we could use.
I really like the way Senhao is thinking about this game. Even here in this decision of the 9-so versus the East, he's thinking the
And
East is in the wall because it should have come out by now. And it is. He's right. Wow. All 4 of the 7-mon drawn. And they're all usable too. Without a con.
I would have liked a con.
Maybe if we draw an 8 or 9-mon, we can con. In the future, of course, we would need another block. Oh, hello. Second block. This is Ishanten for Tai.
That is a curious thing. Do you go Tonki if you find the Peiko? It's a question.
Oh, here we go. There's that 8-mon. You can con
Oh,
here.
you could con, but I think the play is we're gonna find that Ricci opportunity first, con before the Ricci, and then go, surprise, I didn't find my tile, but I'm gonna reach anyway.
You know, the play I kind of like, 2-so, 4-so. Play for Gianpeico. A hilarious Gianpeico with all 4 7s and 2 of them being used as a pair. That would have been amazing. But of course, that involves dropping Doron. That's not really something you want to be doing. Tai, of course, cannot see that all the 3-so have been drawn or are unusable in the dead wall.
Kang.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it goes. Here we go. Surprise.
Still Ishanten. Let's choose which pair to keep or whether or not we cut the Dora. It does cut the Dora shape.
Home.
Oh, he's gonna wait. No, he's not gonna. They're not gonna wait on Dora. But the new Dora is an 8, so. But
Yeah, once held by dealer, once discarded. No one can really use the 8-so here, so that probably won't play a big role outside of just the reach.
oh my gosh, we're just absorbing tiles left and right here.
And now the 9-point won't deal in, but the 6 certainly will. And,
There's only one. There's only one 6. No,
oh,
no. All the 6s are out.
Each.
Tenpai for Senhao says yes. As dealer, Ricci, door 2. I don't care if my weight's just a Kanchan. I don't care if there's only one left of the wall. This is a big value. Oh, sorry, big value play.
There's still one left. Although 2 of his 5s are locked up with our first Ricci.
And Tai just jams. I
Chi.
can't fold against this anyway. 7-so is just as dangerous as any of these Pinzu. I want to keep my Tenpai. Might be my best way of getting out of this hand. Also, Tenpai is William.
Oh, just takes all the danger tiles away. It's like, no, we are gonna go to RKK.
Indeed we are. Tenhao maintaining the dealership. Tenpai, Tai, and William also picking up 1,000 points, and that will even things out. Pretty close to Dead even here, especially if Tai wins this next hand with 3 sticks and 2 Homba in the middle.
Yes, and we do have a 7 Mondora. There's only one on the right.
It's a nice Uncle draw for Zhen Hao.
Mm.
But that's just the start of what needs to be a lot of good draws here. Penchan, Kanchan, awkward shapes, no Dora.
Well, you just play for tile efficiency.
That will be the plan.
Acceptance.
Now, Oliver on the left had a plan of calling the Haku, but it's since been paired up in William's hand across the table, and that means the open the hand and take the sticks plan is going to be stymied for both players.
Yeah, they are mochi with one another
Chi.
in that regard.
Tai, that hand can be opened. Tanyao.
It is going to show, hey, everybody, I have Dora. Draws another one. Oh, goodness.
A little less useful, but we have a 9-pin to ditch in the meantime.
Dora can be useful if you pair it up with the right things.
Maybe a moment of hesitation on that 3-mon. Can I call for Sanchoku? Is it here? It's actually kind of close. If you just need to draw 4, so
And 2.
ultimately a little too hard.
It's too selective this far down the road. Yeah, agreeing with my sentiment. Heads out. It's just a little bit too selective.
Nice read on if it is a read on the 3 pins being held. I guess we have 2 pairs in this situation, so I'd like to make 2 blocks out of it. Ooh, 3
Oh,
for
that's
5.
an
How about
upgrade.
that?
That is an upgrade for that part, for that structure of that, for a dealer and there.
By the way, Haku pair came out from Williams. That gave Oliver the chance to open, and he's now Gishantem. This also unlocks Williams' hand as well, getting closer to Tempai.
Ooh, 5-6 or 2-3 here.
Oh, I was thinking 8-8 or 6-6. Probably holding on to the 8-mon pair because it's close to Dora. And if someone calls Ricci in between, you drop in the 8s. It's a little scary. I mean, not to mention the open hand on the right that also dealing over there.
We were just and that is Tempai achieved across the way. For just or no.
Pinshu
Each.
only. Oh, but dealer got Tempai, so now we're gonna have a fight. Second Dora.
Shall we say a third?
You're right.
Each.
Tanya Dora 3. And now we're gonna see that fight. William Sumogiri Ricci. But
Long.
the 6!
Oh!
And Tai on the right was smashing the chi button. It doesn't matter though with the Ura. That's a Mangon and all those sticks in the middle as well. That'll put him in a big first place.
Tenzao feeling the pain of that Ricci gone wrong.
I mean, the Ricci made sense. You drew the perfect tile. It just drew the wrong follow-up tile. I think he would have made the same decision even if
Chi.
William had declared Ricci immediately, but the wait one turn ended up working out.
Tenzao gonna make this call here. Maybe going to Otazuke on the Haku.
Yeah,
he's not wrong. It's loose in other people's hands.
it does. I tend to like passing the 9-pin in this situation because we're calling from a downward shape. I'd prefer to have my draw. If it's a pawn, it's makes more sense. I think. I still might
Chi.
look for my draw this early.
Oh,
And the
well,
race seems to be on.
we're just getting down to brass tacks, and that's going to be a no baton weight on the 3-6.
Wow, filled the bad shape and got a good weight. Ooh, you have a choice now: 3-6 or 4-7.
I think it's 3-6.
It's
Go with your original inclination. That shape's the best it's going to be.
5 tiles versus 6 tiles. Goes with the 6 tiles.
Home.
It's going to be interesting to see whether they do draw the 3 or the 6.
I imagine eventually a 6 could come out from the right. Could also just become 2 pairs. Yet to be determined. Oh, sorry, 2 sequences. Ooh, Tempai.
On 4-7.
Oh, but so many held by Tai here. It's actually really hard to find.
Sumo.
No, just draw the 4.
Just
Tenzao. Tenzao's going to get some of those points back. And now we're moving on to South 3 with the Hondora East. And our dealer is going to try and take advantage of this. But the rest of the players do have 1 each, so it's only going to take advantage of it if dealer can pair it up.
Yeah, South 3, we have to look to the positions. Dealer currently in first, wants to extend that as much as he can. Oliver on the right has a gap of 6,300. Can make it up in a couple hands, especially with the dealership coming up next. For Tenhao across the way, that's
Let me
just
just say
barely a
that's a
4th
great
place.
pickup. And is now going to toss the Dora before it gets too costly.
Looks like Tenhao is moving towards a Honitsu or even Shinitsu. Could even find Itsu with the Doratanki, but the Easts are starting to come out. That's the idea, though, still retaining it. The left for Tai, barely in third. Would like to stay in third, moving into all last. Well, ideally would be second or first, but at a minimum, not drop.
This is Tempai on the 7-pin. 1 still left in the wall.
Hanyao Sanshoku. William, a big draw, connects to the 7. He's probably not dealing anytime soon.
And another pair to potentially replace the Hatsu call.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and there's the last 7.
Home.
He's gonna call. Yep, there's the call. So now Ishan 10 for a dealer.
Will somehow be able to hang on here. Or hasn't had to drop the 7. Uh-oh! Tai sees the Honitsu.
And that is going to be a call for Tenpai for a dealer on 4-7. So, up the sticks. And there's the 7-pin for that Sanshoku Tanyao for Oliver.
It was going to be one of the 2 players dealing into that. It's just a matter of who made progress first.
And now we move to all S with the 6 Mondora. And our dealer has 2 of them.
Great shapes. Had a pair of South. Couldn't ask for anything better. Maybe 3 Dora, but that outside of 3 Dora, couldn't have had anything better.
Or just have a made hand at the beginning.
I mean, Tenho, yeah, I guess. Okay, outside of Tenho, couldn't have had anything better. Still very good start. And maybe you pick across the way for Tai with a single Dora hand.
That's nice. That's Ishan 10 now for dealer.
Oh, now the South is walled. Too many
Oh,
pairs.
yeah, you're going to
Throws it back.
reject the most recent one.
Yeah, mostly because you don't want to drop the Dora one, and you don't want to drop the South. That's your calling option, so... Oh, it doesn't hold for the maximum efficiency, though. Oliver believes in this diamond shape, 447 pin. Wants to hold a little safety. Here's that
Home.
South, though.
And here we go. 4-7 for humongous points.
And now the 4-pin doesn't look as bad as if you were dropping
Sumo.
the 5-pin here. Oh, it's just
Or
Sumo
just
anyway.
yeah. That's big points. That takes the lead too as well.
Oliver might not be done yet. Hatsu Anko to start. Shapes.
Oh yeah, but across the way we got a West pair or West triplet South. Oh my God,
Ooh.
we could have Yakuman potential
All
of
right,
the
get those goggles
small
on.
variety. Of the small variety.
Home.
Yeah, with the pay pair
Although
on the left, that makes the dice issue a little tricky. But there still is one pay in the wall. Ton has two in the wall. Have to outrace the high pie of the Kaiser.
I mean, if you're Oliver, you can't be upset if if a if a Yakuman gets made
No,
with this
Oliver will
because
not. He has every right to be upset if that were to happen, but he will not.
Home.
All right, is it going to be 3-2? No. Okay, just playing for the fastest win, not reading the toy.
or the Honitsu for that matter.
Yeah,
Although it's
well, the 9-mon con or pawn kind of messes with
ruins
Honitsu, but
that. Oh, and I think we're having some technical. Oh, there we go.
there's the East. That's the wrong player to get the East. So I think, well, it's still being held, so not completely dead yet. But Ty needs
But
to
we're
pair that
getting
up very soon.
yes,
Oh, too late.
too late. And now that Yakuma's
Kang.
is in tatters. Although Khan is going to reveal door acceptance across the way.
Yeah, Ty trying to make something happen. He is Ishantam. William also the spicy end on the left. Haven't really talked about that one too much, but
Chi.
Yes. I think this is yeah.
oh, but the 7 goes into hand. That's a Shabu Tempai.
On the one pay.
Sumo is Saranko. Be a Hanuman here for William.
Imagine if the pay comes out.
I mean, there's so many draws that would cause Ty to drop the pay. Or one of them.
Kang.
For this 8-9 pin win.
Con. Oh my God! He does con anyway.
Oh,
Oh my
that gives the
goodness.
8. That gives the 8 to a player who will not use it. And William will deal into the dealer hand. Oh, 2 crazy expensive hands. Getting denied. And
Oh
for
my gosh.
Oliver, hitting William directly is really important in terms of preserving this first.
Yeah, and if more of that continues, Oliver at the end could be the only one above 30K.
Yeah, another direct hit would work wonders here, and he's got Shun available to call and a Dora 5-so in hand.
I mean, that would be 3,900 on its own.
29 plus 6 is 35. Open, of course. Approaching Tempai 2 away. On the right, though, that's Ishantan for Tenhao.
Oh, picks up another Dora for dealer. Oh, that's that. What is that?
How are we going to use both of them? Let's find out.
I mean, just turn it into a triplet and split it as your pair.
Okay, now that'd be a great way. Just make full Mongon. With the call, William also aiming to shut things down, draws into Ishantan.
Oh, but here's the dilemma. He's gonna have to drop the Dora.
Oh, so that's why I was asking. Like, how are we going to use it? It's possible we just chi.
That is Tempai
1-1
on the fort. Oh my goodness!
Well, that's going to be held. That's going to be held to use both Dora. So we're going to cut a different Monzu diamond. Just picking which one.
Wow. We're getting down to brass tacks here. And this all last set is refusing to end.
Ooh. It's efficient to cut the one pin here, but I guess the two pins cut twice. So you don't actually gain that much.
That is a triplet across the way of South.
Oh, that's Tempai Hill Dama. Dama is enough to take over first place here, no matter how the hand is won. One 7-pin in the wall.
Oh, we're just. It's tense. It's very tense.
It's so close. Tempai. Ricci.
And a slam. And a slam.
Still 300 points ahead.
Waiting on 2-5. So they're also waiting on Dora as well.
There is one Dora left. 1-2. So, and Tempai for dealer. 1-4 Mon. 2 tiles, one of each in the wall. This 2 versus 2 battle. Of course, we have William Tempai as well on the 6 so, but he breaks.
One of each.
Khan? Surely not. Yes!
Oh my god.
9 so helps Shimocha. That's Senhao. That would have been Sumo. But instead we keep going. 2 so 5 so, 1 Mon 4 Mon. Does Oliver back away? Does he give up here? No, jams the 4. Kai reconsidering. Slams a Ricci!
Oh my goodness.
There is no quit in these players. They are fighting for it. Oh, let's Sumo Dora!
Oh!
Ricci, Tsumo, Dora 2, Uraworeta Mangan. And
that's getting above 30k.
Goes positive.
Oh, devastation.
Preserves the streak. 0 fourth places. It came down to whoever the wall favored, and it favors Senhao. Plus 1.0. William confirmed second place, takes the 7.9, and Oliver another victory, plus 24.2. What a tense final situation. Everyone knew each other was Tempa. It didn't matter. Just slamming anyway, going for it all.
When it's all on the line, you just gotta do it. That all last. Gotta get something out of it. And Zenhao making the best of it in the end.
Okay, well, it's possible the players are taking a moment to catch their breath. It's also possible that they're only playing 2 games tonight. We'll wait and find out. But in the meantime, we're going to take a look at the standings here. Looks like now after picking up a point, still in third place, still hanging out behind JT, and still 0 fourths. 2 more games for this series. And I think we'll be playing more this week or later in the next week, as we are in session 5, B3, trying to get their games done so that they are prepared for the session 6 scramble.
Yeah, I have already played session 6.
Oh, really?
Early. Yeah, so I just have session 5 left. Yeah.
Nice to get those games done and out of the way.
For Richinomi. Just be
Yeah, it looks like from Oliver himself, we are not going to be seeing any more games tonight from this table. But my goodness, whenever they boot it up in the next to close out the series, I kind of want to see it because those were crazy. Those are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That was kind of jam-packed there at the end.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got to catch those B1 games earlier. And of course, this B3 table was awesome. Not usual that we have a Sunday evening stream, but I'm really glad we did. Big thanks to Daniel for providing the broadcasting this evening. Through we had all sorts of potential technical difficulties, router issues, headphone issues, but we managed to pull it together and we had an awesome stream. And I'm anticipating another one tomorrow night. We are piling them in as we approach the end of the season. All these games become really, really exciting. I'm seeing 3 games scheduled tomorrow evening. Oh, nope, one just got added. 4 games scheduled. So
Ooh.
we'll probably keep catching more from B3, possibly B1 and C1. A few people we haven't seen yet, it looks like. So we'll have a chance to see James for the first time this season, Derek for the first time. And I believe we haven't caught Yoon yet, or either TJ or Drew. We'll have that opportunity tomorrow night. And of course, there is always our regular Wednesday session that will be coming up in a few days. And maybe even a Thursday session. All sorts of exciting games as we approach the final session of this spring season. And that means that the summer season is approaching soon. And if you'd like to register for that, be a part of the ARML in the upcoming season, make sure you do so soon. I believe the deadline to register is the
Middle June.
end of this session. So you will want to do so before next Sunday. You've got a week. Go ahead to AmericanRicci.org to register for that summer session. And if you'd like to catch us anywhere else, catch this replay of the broadcast and tune into all of the Yakuman. I think those get posted on our socials as well. That's at American Ricci on everything: YouTube, X/, Twitter. You can visit us there. All right. We had a fun one, Alex. What is do you remember the final count for the terminal Dora?
I think we had 4 or 5 1-mons. We had a few 9-sos. We had tunes. And
We had one so a few times as well.
yeah.
All right. Oh,
I
that was a fun one to keep track of.
I think 1-so, I believe. A
Our
few
previous
9-sos.
We had Dragon Knight, we had Terminal Knight. So I can't wait to see what our next one is. Maybe we'll just be 5s. There's nothing but 5s all night long. Well, that will be exciting. Those hands tend to be really dramatic because everyone tries to fight for them. But you'll have to tune in to find out tomorrow evening, Monday night. We'll see you there. Have a good night, everybody.